Wisconsin Dells, named after the dells of the Wisconsin River, is a city in the southern central portion of the state of Wisconsin. As a tourist destination, it is often referred to as the Dells and is immensely popular for its rocky bluffs of sandstone. The area was formed after the glacial lake of Wisconsin broke through, creating gorgeous scenery in the process. Originally, Wisconsin Dells was known as Kilbourn City, named after the president of the railroad company whose trains ran to the Dells area. Now, the location is most known for its wealth of resorts and water parks, catering to a high number of vacationing tourists every year, but there's plenty of other stuff to do outside of those attractions. So, here is the list of 10 best things to do in Wisconsin Dells. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Here we go! Number 1. Timbavati Wildlife Park. Home to more than 400 animals from around the world, Timbavati Wildlife Park is a must-see for wildlife enthusiasts. This 25-acre haven offers plenty of ways to get up close and personal with its residents. Hop aboard the safari train ride at Timbavati Wildlife Park and you'll spot kangaroos, monkeys, tigers, pandas, lions, and more, all at home in carefully recreated habitats. Explore the waterfalls area, a shelter for waterfowl. Hang out with some really big cats in the feline center. Get chatty at the parakeet encounter, or take a stroll in the kangaroo walkabout. Drop in at the park's on-site nurseries, teeming with new additions like monkeys and baby kangaroos. Watch park staff tending to the newbies, then stop off at the petting zoo for a truly hands-on experience. Number 2. Original Wisconsin Ducks. One of the top things to do in Wisconsin Dells is taking a tour with the original Wisconsin Ducks. Splash into the Wisconsin River and Lake Delton for part of your excursion in the water, then enjoy a drive through 4 miles of wilderness without ever leaving the vehicle. This is an iconic attraction in Wisconsin Dells, and it's also a unique way to see the city. The historical amphibious vehicles were designed to transport supplies from ship to shore during World War II. The vehicles have been used to give visitors a unique way to experience Wisconsin Dells by land and water since 1946. Number 3. Wilderness Resort. Wilderness Resort in Wisconsin Dells is America's largest and finest waterpark resort and is reserved exclusively for its guests. It is home to Wilderness Hotel, Wilderness on the Lake, and Glacier Canyon Lodge. With 4 indoor water parks and 4 outdoor pools, there truly is something for everyone, no matter their age or their activity choices. For toddlers, there are small slides and erupting geysers both indoors and out, with plenty of lounge chairs nearby for parental supervisors. The sports-minded will gravitate to the indoor pool with basketball nets, or the outdoor pools set up for basketball and volleyball. Thrill seekers can try out exhilarating drop slides. Number 4. Wisconsin Deer Park. Animal lovers of all ages adore this top attraction for its endearing encounters with wildlife and promise of serenity about a mile from downtown. Guests flock to the Wisconsin Deer Park from mid-April through October to feed, pet, mingle, or take photos with more than 100 animals, including 3 species of deer, elk, bison, goats, lemurs, llamas, emus, and more. Visitors are encouraged to fill their pockets with specialized deer feed, which can be purchased at the gift shop or at stations throughout, before setting out for a stroll on the scenic trails around the 40-acre property. The seasons bring different delightful experiences, such as majestic antlers on bucks in late summer and fawn births in late spring. Autumn showcases a beautiful background of colorful foliage before the animals are moved to a secluded area of the park to rest during the winter closure. Number 5. Noah's Ark Water Park. When you're visiting Wisconsin Dells, you have to sample some water park excitement. Just cut to the chase and go big at Noah's Ark Water Park, the largest outdoor water park in the United States. Sprawling across 70 acres, Noah's Ark Water Park is a quick 3-mile jaunt from downtown. With over 50 different water slides, plus a slew of pools, splash pads, and children's playgrounds, there's something for every water lover here. Noah's Ark Water Park is undoubtedly one of the top 10 water parks in Wisconsin Dells, due both to being one of the original water parks and because of its immense size. It is the biggest water park in the United States of America and is so packed with activities that you may be overwhelmed when considering what to do. With over 70 acres of space, Noah's Ark Water Park caters to individuals of all ages. Number 6. Rick Wilcox Magic Theater. The Wisconsin Dells has no shortage of indoor theater attractions, but one of the most popular is the Rick Wilcox Magic Theater. The Grand Illusion Show is a combination of magic, live entertainment, and comedy all in one 90-minute performance. The family-friendly show features a husband and wife team, Rick and Susan Wilcox, who update the show each year with new illusions and onstage performances. Be sure to take note of the actual theater when you visit, as it has a history of its own. Before it opened in 1999 for the Rick Wilcox Show, it had a stint as a teen dance club in the 1980s and a country music theater in the 1990s. Number 7. Bennett Studio and Museum. Bennett Studio, which opened in 1865, is the oldest business in Wisconsin Dells. It is also the oldest historical photography studio in the United States. The studio was established by renowned photographer H.H. Bennett, a Canadian-born photographer and innovator who developed stop-action photography. He also invented a revolving solar darkroom, which is now housed at the Smithsonian Institution. Much of Bennett's old working photography lab is still on display. H.H. Bennett was considered one of the 19th century's most significant landscape photographers, and his work drew thousands to the Wisconsin Dells area. Curated by the Wisconsin Historical Society, the studio is on the National Register of Historic Places. Number 8. Tommy Bartlett is exploratory. What started in the mid-20th century as a water ski show on Lake Delton is now a hands-on science center boasting more than 175 exhibits to pique the curiosity of visitors young and old. This iconic institution has several main attractions, from the giant lever, designed to enable patrons of any size to lift a 5,000-pound vehicle, to the high-wire skycycle, a circus-style bike ride across a tightrope. The museum is also home to an authentic Russian space station core module, one of just 3 ever made, though not the one in orbit from 1986 to 2001, which guests can walk through to experience a day in space life. While travelers agree the Tommy Bartlett Exploratory is a fun place for all ages to spend a few hours, some admit the facility feels a little outdated. The museum is open year-round, but hours fluctuate seasonally, and the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott Wisconsin Dells is conveniently located across the street. Number 9. Wisconsin Dells River Walk. Get off the beaten downtown path with a quick detour on the Wisconsin Dells River Walk. Spanning about a quarter of a mile, this beautiful public space offers panoramic views of the Wisconsin River, the sandstone bluffs, and a backdrop of majestic stands of pine. Run, walk, or bike the Wisconsin Dells River Walk, but stop off along the way to check out informative markers detailing the Dells' fascinating history. You'll also discover game tables and park benches en route, an open invitation to pause and savor the lovely riverside views. And here's something else to savor: Soul of the River, an open-air art gallery that pays tribute to the Wisconsin River and the people who have called it home. Trace Wisconsin Dells' rich human history in these striking photographs, then stroll to the nearby River Walk pub to fuel up on great views, cold drinks, and live music. Number 10. Riverside and Great Northern Railway. The Riverside and Great Northern Railway is a living museum dedicated to operating and preserving locomotives and passenger cars made by the Sandley Light Railway Equipment Works from 1950 to 1980. Opened in 1990 and almost entirely volunteer-run, this light railway's buildings and cars have been lovingly preserved and restored and offer steam train rides to interested visitors. The ride is a favorite of children and adults and winds through a 3-mile course through woodlands and canyons and beside the magnificent rock faces that front the Wisconsin River. The museum has trains to look at and tour, informed docents to answer questions, and a train memorabilia and souvenir shop. Number 11. Rocky Arbor State Park. Rocky Arbor State Park spans 244 acres and is located very near to Wisconsin Dells, just 1.5 miles away. Its proximity makes it one of the most popular places to visit for those seeking some outdoor adventure and sightseeing opportunities. The state-protected location is valuable due to its gorgeous sandstone ledges and walls, formed over years of erosion. Rocky Arbor State Park provides camping opportunities between Memorial Day and Labor Day, boasting 89 campsites, 18 of which have electrical access, equipped with modern restrooms, showers, a playground, and adequate drinking water. Activities that you can participate in include picnicking, hiking, leash dog walking, and more. Hiking trails are especially fun, with strenuous and moderate challenges alike. Some wind through the wetlands, others go up bluffs, and all are flanked by beautiful pine trees. The last word. So, guys, this was the best list of things to do in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. With the largest concentration of water parks in the world, how could Wisconsin Dells be anything but get wet fun? But while it's the water park capital of the world, there are plenty more fun things to do in Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. With its enthralling landscapes, dynamic museums, and world-class wildlife centers, this riverside city brims with family-friendly attractions. So, if you love to travel and you want to see the whole world, then TripWire is the channel that gives you a list of the best places to visit in the USA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye-bye, see you.